Hey everyone, Arthur Fantastic here at the CatchCon in Las Vegas. I'm with Angel. We're doing an interview if you're not paying attention. He is the two-time Snake Pit World Champion, ACWA representative and ref, overall badass, wrestling coach, protege to the War Master. Is that why your pants say War Bringer? Is he the War Master, you the War Bringer?
I have to bring the war when the war master's in the corner.
Heck yeah.
I'm not bringing daisies.
We're bringing daisies here. We're bringing the brutality. Nice to see you again, brother.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
What did you feel about the competition today? The king of the catch wrestling tournament. We had singles, we had doubles.
It was really fun. I think I should have ran a little bit more, had a little bit more road work, because 12-minute rounds ain't no joke.
Yeah, 12 minutes.
Yeah, the format is really challenging. I think it challenges everybody's mental. Like, they're very, you have to dig deep to really win in these matches. No points, pin or submit. Some guys, they ride on scoring points, but when you don't see the points stacking up, sometimes it's a little bit detrimental. You start to give up.
Right.
But overall, it was really, really fun. I can see myself competing in some more CatchCon or King of Catch. But yeah, maybe just a little bit more road work. Yeah, get my lungs bigger. I don't know. More conditioned.
There was one point where there was like a very intense match. They were going, and then the ref said 8 more minutes, and I was like, what? Another 8 minutes. Definitely a pleasure to see you out on the mat as always. Switching over to your credentials, well, obviously you are the Snake Pit World Heavyweight Champ. How do you feel that competition and just the overall movement of catch is progressing? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's growing. More and more people hear the word catch wrestling, and like now it's starting to ring a bell.
Right.
Back then it was like catch wrestling. Like actually one of my old jiu-jitsu coaches was like, catch wrestling, what is that? Like catch you. What else? You know? And at the time I was like super gung-ho. I was like a white belt jiu-jitsu. I was like, yeah, what does it mean? But now it's like I practice it, you know. My coach is a War Master, so he teaches me some really neat stuff. Eric Paulson works with me. You know, these two guys that have like really great minds, and you know, I gotta try to learn however much you can from these guys.
Right.
So like, catch wrestling is just mean.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I
Josh
think
is right. It's the violent art. It's not the gentle art.
it really is. It's brutal. It's violent. I think that's why there's not a lot of practitioners. Jiu-jitsu can be very soft. There's that seductive laziness of the guard being on your back. There's no in the guard. You can get pinned here. You cannot be flat on your back. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, can't be flat on their back." You know what I'm saying? It's a defensive position. But like Jake Shannon said, I know there's another guy. Jake Shannon quoted someone else saying the guard has that allure of laziness where you can just like, okay, I'm on my back, I'll find something, I'll sweep it. But here it's like, get the fuck up. You're on your fucking back. Going from the Snake Pit rule set to the King of Catch Wrestling rule set. What are your thoughts on it?
You know, they're both different, but they're both the same. Snake Pit, I think their biggest thing is you can get pinned regardless of whether you have a submission or you're in a submission. Like you can get a pin.
Even in a submission.
Even in a submission, like you lock up an arm bar or a cross arm breaker, you extend that, or like you're going for it, I can lock my hands and stack you. And in ACWA, your guy throwing the submission is safe. Here, you're safe. Over there, it's not.
Right.
Like, I can
Finish on
get
top.
you something. Yeah, I can beat your ass and get you in something, but as soon as my shoulders touch, it's
It's a 1 second pin.
1 second thing. So you really have to be dialed in and know where you're at positionally to not get pinned.
Right.
Here and ACWA, you have a little bit of leeway, but I personally like that a little bit more just because there's a little bit more action, and sometimes I
feel like it forces even more control
Yes.
for 3 seconds. Like
Yes.
1 second, that can happen, but 3 seconds, you held down 3 entire seconds. There's no argument.
Yes, correct. Like I believe I've seen.
Oh, here comes the light. Okay,
Right away. I believe sometimes when guys get a flash pin, it's like a false sense of confidence because your shoulder's just touched.
Right.
You didn't control it. Like you weren't there, like really establishing. There's just something to it when you hear the ref, when you see the ref like going there and like swiping.
Right.
Like there's something to it that like kind of like adds a fuel. And like once they get out at the very last second, it is kind of like pro wrestling.
I was gonna say it's like pro wrestling. Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh fuck.
It gets really exciting. It gets really exciting because you know what's going on.
Yeah, and I think it just kind of drives you a little bit more to establish the position and adjust properly and really implement what you learned from being a top wrestler or even being just a jiu-jitsu guy that likes to be on top. I just like the 3 counts more than like the 1 second, but the atmosphere at Snake Pit is just completely different. I was very, very fortunate to wrestle obviously like back-to-back years for the Snake Pit, but this past year it was held at Wigan.
Whoa.
So like the mecca where catch wrestling is. Wow. I get chills just thinking about it.
Damn, dude.
But just knowing that you're there, knowing that you're there, knowing that you have the opportunity to compete where it all started, it was just something else. Shout out to Snake Pit.
Shout out to Snake Pit.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for pushing Catch Can Wrestling.
Yeah. They're doing an amazing job. They have really good technique, really lovely people with great big hearts, and they're not just looking out for themselves, but they're looking out for the whole catch wrestling community as a whole. They're inviting, they're promoting, they're just trying to regrow catch wrestling. Yes. Give it the respect that it truly deserves. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's why we're doing this interview. I do exactly know what you mean. Speaking of Wigan, what's the guy that's the interim heavyweight champion in UFC right now?
Tom Aspinall.
Tom Aspinall. He's from Wigan.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Didn't run into him.
Things are all coming back round full circle.
Yeah.
I know you didn't get to see the entire seminar these past couple days. But just for a plug for CatchCon, we had Frank Shamrock, Joe Malenko, Wade Chalice, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Drawing up, did I say Frank Shamrock? Frank Shamrock, Jesse, who is a 10 Planet black belt, BJJ black belt, catch wrestler. We had Jake Shannon. We just had so many names in this room, and it was such an amazing series of events to come and end in this amazing tournament. Thoughts on the tag team?
Tag team? I regret not doing it. It looked really fun.
It is so much fun. I hope to see more tag team, and you guys out there, if you guys are doing tag team, if you're trying to use the rules, make sure you're crediting Catch Wrestling. Catch Can Wrestling.
That's right.
2 more questions, then we'll pull out of here with a plug. That's what she said. Going forward in what's
me?
No, she wants it in there. Moving forward in catch wrestling, what do you think needs to happen next to continue the growth at the pace that we're going?
I just think what we're doing is good. If we just continue to combine forces, Josh Barnett with ACWA, Jake Shannon with King of Catch, Luis Ojeda too.
Luis Ojeda. He's over there.
Big nonchalant as well. Give me a little right now. Who else? Yeah,
He said he's the winningest catch wrestler of the modern era, right?
I got something to strive for now. Get over here, Luis.
Get into this interview real quick.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Luis Ojeda.
Hey, how's it going?
The guy.
I felt like getting in there too. Jake is like, oh, I need help running, and I'm all right.
I'll spare these guys.
Spare him. Spare us.
But the thing is, there's not that many of these, right? I did one in 2007, and then nobody did one. So I did one in 2012. I did that one. I won it as well. And then nobody did one for a while.
Yeah.
Then there was one in 2014, so I did that one. And then Josh Barnett doing his tournament, so I've done a couple of those.
Heck yeah.
And having fun.
Legend, living legend of the current era. You don't know? Now you do.
Luis Ojeda. Put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on that name.
Respect my authority. Yes, sir. All right, guys.
Thank you. A little feature from Luis. Didn't even expect this. I think one of the things that some grapplers out there have a problem with is their marks. They're like, I need to hate my opponents. I need to, you know what I mean? It's just me, lone wolf. This is a community. We're bringing it up together. A rising tide raises all ships. If we don't work together, we're working against each other. And that, you should see those tag team matches to understand what I mean.
Yeah. Like I
is that a
said,
good
I
plug?
feel like I missed out, and I want to do it. It looked pretty fun.
Yes.
It almost looked like you're wrestling with your brother and his buddies.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's
It was pretty cool.
The chaos, but it's like decipherable chaos. It's like chaotic, but you're like, I know, I see what's going on right now. Last question before we finish here. I just want to thank you, obviously, for giving me your time.
This is my first interview, so thank you.
Oh, this is his first interview. Yes, I have the first interview of Angel, the Warbringer. I should have interviewed in Orlando. But anyway, things that you would like to push before this last question, before we tune out here. Anything that's going on that you're a part of that you want our audience to know.
Cash wrestling wise, I'm just ACWA ride or die. Josh Barnett's my mentor. He's been. Wait.
Bam!
Yeah. Josh Barnett's my mentor. He's taken me under his wing since I was in high school.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's been over 10 years. I'm 28 now. And,
Oh, dang.
the guy's got my back. He just does his best to help me out, whether it's on the mat or off the mat. I know he has my back.
Hell yeah.
So that's
Shout out to Josh, is what he's saying.
ACWA. Yeah, shout out to Josh. Shout out to ACWA. Shout out to Snake Pit. And Jake Shannon. This is great. We're building catch wrestling together.
Scientific wrestling.
Scientific wrestling. Oh, shout out to Eric Paulson.
Hell yeah,
One of the
CSW.
OGs.
Yes.
He's just a great guy.
I feel like he's bringing.
Encyclopedia of moves.
I feel like he's bringing up Cade and Ty to be catch wrestlers now. I feel like they're catch wrestlers. I think one of them said, "I never pulled guard ever," and I'm like, "Yes."
I don't know. I was at a Grappling X tournament when we were kids. I'm old. See, pal? I was like a blue belt at 16.
Whoa.
And they were orange belts, and I don't know. I might have seen a little guard.
The
pull
guard
here.
pull. Calling him out. Did you
I'm just
hear?
kidding. I'll see him at CSW. Please don't kick my ass.
What's it called? It's been such a pleasure talking to you, dude, bro. Like, if they want to reach you on social media, on IG, what would it be? I mean, I know that.
Yeah. What would it be? IG, just Angel _Verduzco 96.
Verduzco, spell that for them.
V as in Victor, E-R, D as in dog, U, Z as in zebra, C as in cat. No.
It'll be right here at the bottom of the
Yeah,
screen.
right there.
And if you want to follow and support, we're building this community up brick by brick as a team together as brothers. So once again, I want to thank you for everything, all your insight. We were going to do this again. We're going to do this again. And as I always say, stay up, stay vigilant, stay locked and loaded, stay brutal. Shalom, shalom. Peace. In.